Every year, the southern Indian state of Kerala transforms for the festival of Onam. You can see the scale of the preparation in the Pookalam, elaborate floral designs carefully laid by hand into vibrant geometric patterns on the ground. That same focus on communal effort defines the iconic boat races, where hundreds of rowers drive massive snake boats through the water. These aren't modern additions. Even decades ago, the same massive crowds gathered at the water's edge to maintain this specific cultural anchor. But looking closer reveals a strange anomaly. These millions of people aren't celebrating a victorious god or a military conquest. They're welcoming back a defeated, banished king, an Asura traditionally cast as a demon in the wider mythos. The choice of who a culture remembers tells us exactly what that culture values most. The story begins in the ancient court of King Mahabali, a ruler described in the texts as singularly competent and just. He operated under an uncompromising social code. Any loss suffered by a citizen was compensated twofold from the royal treasury. This effectively scrubbed poverty from his kingdom. As his popularity grew, it created a cosmic imbalance. Mahabali's flawless governance made him more revered than the gods themselves, threatening the traditional hierarchy of the universe. When a mortal ruler outshines the heavens, the established order often perceives that success as a threat to its own existence. To reset the balance, the gods targeted Mahabali during his grand public sacrifice on the banks of the Narmada River, a moment when the king was bound by ritual to grant any request. A glowing, diminutive boy named Vamana walks through the ritual smoke, carrying nothing but a wooden umbrella and a water pot. Mahabali offers the boy gold, land, or even the entire kingdom, but the boy makes a suspicious request: just 3 paces of land measured by his own small feet.
The royal guru, Shukracharya, realizes the danger immediately. He grabs the king's arm and whispers that this is no beggar. It is Lord Vishnu himself, arriving in disguise to strip away his power. The king now faces a choice that will determine the fate of his entire empire. We'll see how he answers in just a moment. If you're interested in the hidden history behind these traditions, hit that subscribe button now. This is the ultimate test of leadership. Break a sacred vow to save a kingdom, or keep your word and lose everything. Mahabali listens to the warning, but instead of retreating, he accepts the situation with a sense of quiet pride. He reasons that if the sustainer of the universe has come to his door as a beggar, then surrendering his wealth is actually his final, greatest act as a king. Despite knowing the trap is set, Mahabali pours the water to seal the vow, making the promise legally and cosmically binding.
In Mahabali's Deo, the rules of justice apply to everyone, even if following them guarantees your own downfall. As the ritual concludes, the environment shifts violently. The wind begins to howl, and the trees bend under a sudden, massive pressure. Vamana shatters the human disguise. His form begins to grow at a terrifying rate, his head piercing through the clouds and into the stars. He takes the first step, which covers the entire earth, instantly claiming Mahabali's earthly kingdom. The second step spans the heavens and the cosmic realms. In 2 strides, the entire universe is claimed. Vamana turns to the king and asks where he should place the third step, as there is literally no land left in existence. With his entire material world erased in a matter of seconds, the king is left with nothing but the integrity of his own word. Mahabali remains calm. He does not ask for mercy or try to find a legal loophole. He removes his golden crown, places it on the ground, and kneels. He offers his own head for the final step. As the foot descends, the ground gives way. Mahabali is pushed down, deep into the underworld known as Patala. But because his honor remained intact, he is granted a boon, the right to return and visit his people once every year to see that they are still living in prosperity. By surrendering his throne to keep his promise, Mahabali ensured a legacy that outlived his physical reign. That return is what Onam celebrates. The massive Sadhya feast, with its dozens of dishes, is a symbolic continuation of the abundance Mahabali provided. The modern festivities are designed to show the king's spirit that his people are still happy, peaceful, and well-fed. This explains why, thousands of years later, people still set a place for the king who lost everything. They chose the ruler who sacrificed himself for his principles over the god who technically won the battle. When a leader sacrifices himself to maintain his word, his reign simply moves from the palace to the collective memory of his people.
If you enjoyed this story, Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Comment below. Radhe Radhe.